Good morning and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings in San Diego. We're the daily podcast that gets you started on the right foot and always with a positive vibe. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Friday, January 19th. You'll be interested to know. Today, nearly 70 years ago, in 1955, the first ever televised presidential press conference took place with our 34th president, Dwight D. Eisenhower. Eisenhower said, "Well, I see we're trying a new experiment this morning. I hope that doesn't prove to be a disturbing influence." Now let's check out the weather in the San Diego area. This morning, it's partly cloudy and 52 degrees, with 96% humidity. Tonight, the sun will set at 5:08 p.m., and it will rise again tomorrow at 6:49 a.m. Today, it looks like we're in for mostly clouds, with a high near 64 and calm wind. Tonight, a slight chance of rain after 5 a.m., and mostly cloudy with a low around 54 and calm wind. And now, the surf report. Friday offers fun surf with a slight decrease in size, mixing west and west-northwest with south-southwest swells. Expect waist to chest, and occasionally chest to head-high waves. The weekend sees a new swell, with Saturday and Sunday bringing chest to head-high surf. Favorable wind early Saturday, but watch for changing conditions on Sunday and challenging weather on Monday. Another significant swell is on the horizon next week. Black's Beach and South San Diego, it's looking 2 to 3 feet and clean in the morning, with size coming up gradually Saturday and Sunday to 6 feet. The first low tide Friday will be a half foot at 11:30 a.m., with a 3-foot high tide at 6 p.m. The nearshore buoy at Scripps in La Jolla reads 59 degrees for the water temperature. Cloudy skies. Nights will be cloudy and in the mid-50s. Monday escalates to rain and possible thunderstorms, some heavy with similar temperatures. And now a greeting from our sponsor. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real South, just north of Encinitas Boulevard, this cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in the divine experience of their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze on through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. So stop on by and don't forget to tell them Sunny sent you. In top news, researchers at the Gottman Institute, led by John and Julie Gottman, have identified a key factor in predicting divorce with 94% accuracy. It has to do with the way couples respond to each other's bids for connection. A bid is a small or significant gesture signaling a need for attention, support, or affection. The research involving over 40,000 couples shows that couples who turn toward each other, acknowledging and responding to these bids, have a stronger, healthier relationship. Couples who stayed together after 6 years turn toward each other 86% of the time, compared to only 33% for those who divorced. Furthermore, the Gottman Institute highlighted 4 negative communication styles, known as the 4 horsemen. Criticism, contempt, defensiveness, and stonewalling are significant predictors of divorce. To foster a lasting relationship, they recommend articulating needs, taking responsibility, and maintaining a sense of fondness and appreciation for each other. Doesn't sound too hard. Now let's talk health and science. Recent studies, including over 5,000 participants, suggest that daily multivitamins may slow memory loss in older adults, potentially delaying cognitive aging by about 2 years. The cocoa supplement and multivitamin outcome study, otherwise known as COSMOS, at Brigham and Women's Hospital, is a clinical trial that randomized 21,442 men and women across the United States. The study has investigated whether taking daily cocoa extract supplements containing 500 milligrams of cocoa, flavonols, or a common multivitamin reduces the risk for developing heart disease, stroke, cancer, and other important health outcomes. The research indicates benefits in global cognition and memory recall. However, the exact vitamins and minerals responsible remain unidentified. Experts advise caution, highlighting the importance of overall health maintenance for cognitive well-being. They suggest that multivitamins could be beneficial, particularly for those with dietary vitamin deficiencies. I personally think the daily practice of taking a multivitamin can inadvertently boost your memory, as it requires you to regularly recall the task of taking the supplement. And in business news, Cox Automotive's 2024 forecast predicts a return to normalcy in the U.S. auto market, marking an end to the dramatic market swings post-pandemic. This year is anticipated to be the best for car buyers since the pandemic, with new vehicle inventory reaching pre-pandemic levels, leading to more competitive pricing and challenges for dealers in maintaining high profits. The report underscores 5 key themes for the auto industry, emphasizing slow but stable economic growth, increased vehicle supply benefiting consumers, and a shift from a seller's to a buyer's market. A significant focus is on the electric vehicle market, expected to see more models, incentives, discounting, and sales efforts. The used vehicle market is also projected to grow modestly. Car buying is set to become more consumer-friendly with better deals and improved online buying experiences. In crypto, Bitcoin is coming down a bit at $41,500, Ethereum is at $2,450, and Binance Coin is up about 50% this month to $311. Now on to sports. This weekend sees the divisional round of playoff games in the NFL. Saturday at 1:30, the Texans are in a snowy Baltimore to take on the Ravens. After that, at 5:15, the Packers are in San Fran to take on the 49ers. Then Sunday at noon, the Bucs are in Detroit to play the Lions. And at 3:30, the Chiefs are in Buffalo to play the Bills. In the NBA tonight, the Lakers are at home to take on the Nets. And this weekend, the Lakers stay at home to play the Trailblazers. And the Clippers play the Nets. In national hockey, last night, the Kings at home against the Predators lost 2-1. And this weekend, the Kings stay home to take on the Rangers, and the Ducks are on the road taking on the Sharks. Moving on to a more local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a national Pilates studio in your area to bring you some free classes, so listen up. Check out Club Pilates, with several locations in North and South County, San Diego. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Scientific research affirms its benefits, connecting Pilates to enhanced core strength, improved flexibility, and better posture. It's a well-supported avenue for physical and mental health in just a few dedicated sessions. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class. With locations in Encinitas, Solana Beach, Oceanside, La Jolla, and more, be sure to tell them Sunny Mornings sent you by. And now back to the show. In local news, San Diego parents and coaches involved in Pop Warner football are opposing a proposed California bill, AB 734, that aims to ban youth tackle football for kids under certain ages. The bill, authored by Assemblymember Kevin McCarty, would phase in the ban, starting with kids under 6 in 2025, under 10 by 2027, and under 12 by 2029. Supporters of the bill cite health concerns, including a CDC report highlighting the higher risk of head impacts in youth tackle football compared to flag football. However, Governor Gavin Newsom has expressed he will not support an outright ban, prioritizing strengthening safety in youth football while preserving parental choice. This stance aligns with the California Youth Football Act, signed by Newsom in 2019, which established safety standards for youth football, including equipment regulations and limited contact during practice. Parents and coaches argue that the sport is safer than ever due to these regulations, and that decisions about participation should be left to families. And in entertainment news, the entertainment world is abuzz with controversy over a new film project about fitness icon Richard Simmons. Pauly Shore is set to portray Simmons in the short film The Court Jester and a potential biopic, despite Simmons stating he did not authorize these portrayals. Shore, enthusiastic about the role, sees a personal connection to Simmons' passion for fitness and helping others. However, Simmons, preferring a quieter life, has not been involved in the project. The Wolper organization, developing the biopic, respects Simmons' privacy but aims to honor his legacy. This development highlights the tension between public interest and personal privacy, especially for public figures who have stepped back from the limelight. Well, alrighty, folks, it's time for the quote of the day. And today's quote comes from Mr. Richard Simmons himself. Likely donning a striped red and white unitard, he said, "No one is perfect. Absolutely no one. Like precious stones, we have a few flaws, but why focus on that? Focus on what you like about yourself, and that will bring you happiness and peace." And that's a wrap for this week. We did it. Keep an eye out tomorrow for a bonus episode. Have an amazing weekend, my good friends. Stay safe and enjoy yourself to the fullest. We'll be back soon with another Sunny Mornings podcast. Thanks for tuning in.